What's up, kids? Figured I'd do an update. Everybody's been posting, commenting on my posts about how I need to do an update, how's the Skidoo coming along, can't wait to see the Skidoo videos, build process, all that. Well, it's a slower process than what one might think with the sled we have. Everything's custom on it. Everything has to go in stages. So if we, like right now, the custom front end of the steering mechanism that goes into the bulkhead, I have to have pieces machined. They're not purchasable anywhere. And we've run into a little bit of a dilemma with like the lead time on how quick we can get people to turn some things around. So if anybody has a machine shop that's in northern Michigan that can turn some custom parts around fairly quick, that would be cool. I pretty much have all the material, so I just am providing the material to the people and just asking them to do the work, and everybody's just backed up. So I've been at a standstill for about a month now with what I want to have done, and like going back to getting everything completed in stages. Certain things have to happen in a certain order for me to get things done. So like I'm gonna have the front end parts done. Once I get those in my hands, then I can get my radius rods mounted. I can decide what direction I want to go with the trailing arms, whether I'm going to go with the factory Skidoo ones or if I'm going to go with a Polaris front end on it. I'm not sure. And then after that, then I can get my trailing arm weldments done, where trailing arm's gonna mount to the sled itself. And then once I get that done, I can get my steering hoop made, the supports welded, I can get my steering post made, and then we can bolt on the belly pan, or not bolt on the belly pan, but get the belly pan on and start seeing how much clearance we're gonna have in certain areas. With this sled, the motor's lowered, so we have to cut out the belly pan to have clearance for the primary clutch, because the clutch will hit the stock belly pan location with how lowered it is. But yeah, it's just a time-consuming process. It's not like it's a standard stock sled and we have all the parts and then we just have to assemble it. It's more complex than that. So as you guys have seen on my posts, I did get my motor back from Landon Benoit, the Benoit Motor Mafia crew. He had my motor since like November, and I told him I really wasn't in a hurry for it, but we finally got it back. So I'm kind of anxious to get it dynoed, but we're currently waiting on some pipes. I have a set of pipes pending sale. The guy has to find the flanges for them. They're a factory Skidoo race pipe. So once I get those, then we can, I could actually dyno this thing, no problem. And then over here, this is the controversial Newell stock motor that I had posted on Facebook, and people were losing their minds over it. It's actually not new old stock. It's brand new motor. It's just not new old stock. It was actually pulled from a 98 Formula 3 600 that was still in the crate. I'll show you guys a close-up, but this crank doesn't even have a single mark on it. It looks brand new. I don't know if back in the day they didn't ship the sleds in the crates with the primary clutches on them. I would think not, just basically looking at that crank stub, but who knows. So yeah, the guy that I bought this from, they were drag racers, and they bought the motor, or they bought the sled, and they ended up just pulling the motor and putting a 1000cc crankshaft motor in it. So, and then it sat on the shelf for what, 26 years. So my plan is to tear that down and take the crank out of it, take the crank to Mickey's, have them swap the crank stub on it so it'll fit into a 95 to 97 case. I'll take the heads off and send that out to the crank shop to have them machined out to accept dome inserts. And then once everything is done for that, then this motor is going to go to Rich Fleggy. Rich Fleggy's going to do his magic on it. So I'll have two mod motors built by two separate people. And then while that's at Rich Fleggy's, Greg Atkinson's going to build me a set of pipes at trackside for it. and that will be in August with the motor and the pipes. That's when Greg and Rich both have time and availability to do so. So we'll take the sled, the chassis, hopefully we'll have a lot more progress on it, take it out there so he can fit the custom pipes into the sled. And then I'm also planning on building a third engine, which I got to get another set of 95 to 97 cases. So if anybody has 95 to 97 cases that they want to sell for fairly cheap, send them my way so I can get them vapor blasted. I have 6 mod cylinders here. I have the shim plate for between the cylinders and the crankcase, so I'll be able to do that. So I can put a third motor together with everything that I have and I have accounted for. But this is where we're at with it. It doesn't look any different, but getting this whole front end fixed and getting the parts made for that's been like the trickiest portion of it. I mean, I have a billet piece of aluminum. I bought aluminum to remake this stuff, and that's kind of what I'm waiting on. Once that's done, then we can get the weldments in here where the trailing arms are gonna mount, and then I can get my steering hoop on. Once the steering hoop's on and these weldments are done, I can get the steering post made. This is the original. I have all the material and everything to have it copied. I just need to get it welded up and taken care of. The skid's mounted. The skid's been mounted. I got all the support brackets. And then, once we're done with that, it's gonna go get powder coated. I'm probably gonna powder coat like from here back. And that way, like if anything is cracked in here, I can see that and I can get it fixed, and we don't have to grind on powder coat and have it be a pain. But so I have like everything for it. I mean, if you look in here, I mean, I got a lot. And then I got a lot of anodized pieces. I have them all wrapped up. Shocks, handlebars, ass pad, and then like more motor parts. There's a lot. Brake duct material, screens, the hood and everything is upstairs. So there's a lot. Belly pan, I found a black belly pan that was really clean, so I was able to use that. So it's kind of a slow process, but at the same time, we're working on it, working through the delays, trying to work as fast as we can before summer hits, because I know once summer hits, we're pretty much going to probably come to a halt on movement. It's tough to get motivated, but we'll see where we're at. But that's an update. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.